the rainbow mare, it tastes very sweet. You get raspberry, and you start switching it around, and then you start tasting orange, and then lemon, or is that lime? You can never tell the difference. Then there's blueberries and
Josh,
black,
stop
very simple,
it!
and there's also some grape.
Josh!
I seriously feel attacked.
Strawberries taste like strawberries. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Was that a head of a
The
stone?
snark tastes like bitterness! Can we move on?
The tears from fellow players taste like salt.
Okay, so
Anyway, so Charlotte's just like,
afterward,
wow, that's actually really good.
all right, so afterward, so everyone's having breakfast. People are slowly chatting away. It's I'm going to say that we're going to chat forward a little. We're going to move forward a little bit. And why did that happen? Yeah, about an hour passes. Arlen is about an hour passes. Arlen and Cora have left for a little bit. They said they were going to be right back.
Are they looking for a stick?
They're looking for a stick. After it's about an hour, Kadir moves over to Shylin. Bob, could you come with me for a second?
I'm sorry, what did you just call me?
Fob.
I'm actually kind of like it. Not a bad insult. He stands up.
Insult?
Oh, if people call me something else aside from my name, and even when they're using my name, I usually assume it's an insult.
Oh. No. It is a description word, and it is shorter than your name.
Fair enough. So yeah, but he's still standing up regardless of what he said.
Better than being called Smoldy Face.
All right.
Sure.
That was one of my old nicknames.
Adrian looks up at Sean. Good luck.
Oh. Wait, Tamara, what have I gotten myself into? Sorry, yeah, he's gonna follow Kadir. So, yep, Shylin is following. Oh, there he is. Blip, 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 blip. So, Shylin is going to... Oh.
Hello, Shylin.
Shylin says nothing. Just makes a gesture of, go on.
Hoshimi's sitting on the bed, and she actually pats the bed next to her, gesturing him to sit down.
I'll stand.
Have it your way. Okay. What happened at the temple cannot happen again. I will acknowledge that I have not been treating you the best. Ouch.
No.
Said the sniper.
What does gun do?
Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
Anyway. I've been short with you.
Hoshimi, I don't care about me. I don't care if you hate me. Like I said before, it is literally my job to make people hate me. It's about making it worse for everyone else.
Please allow me to finish.
He raises an eyebrow, but he does stop talking.
I'm not going to pretend to suddenly like you. Your attitude and personality have put me off quite a lot, especially considering... But that's not relevant. What is relevant is that I allowed my anger towards you to hamper my ability to contribute. And the simple fact is, I can contribute much more than you think I can. You're a Valentine, are you not?
In a manner of speaking.
Then you should be familiar with the name Silver Fox.
You can just see, like, it's almost like his eyes are darting back and forth as he's, like, putting everything together. That adds up.
We've lost our leads for Raquel. We've lost our leads for Hollyhock. And much as she obsesses over finding him, I doubt the detective currently has the information necessary to track him down. I, however, get my information from places that she cannot or will not go. I can help. And if you like, it could even become a consistent business deal. Understand that due to my position, I can't just give all my information away for free. But if we were to, let's say, act as partners in a business endeavor, I'm certain I could rustle up a reasonable discount.
Someone takes a deep breath. On one condition. We actually act like business partners. What you're proposing is not too dissimilar from what I've been wanting from the start. You help me, I help you. We both work together towards a mutual goal.
That sounds reasonable to me.
But that means, as I said before, when you're helping us, you help us. And if you think it's a waste of time, offer something better.
I'll remember that from now on. I want you to understand something. When we were in Cord, I was cut off from my network. I couldn't contact Yasmin or Kadir directly. I had no access to any of my informants. And I had been gone for 6 months. I had to play my cards close to the chest and be cautious. Because you know the name Silver Fox. You know what the wrong people would do to me if they found out I was vulnerable.
I never asked you to give away all your secrets. We didn't even ask Adrian to give away his.
I just opted to not risk it at all. But at the temple, I don't have an excuse other than you did genuinely hurt my feelings with what you said before we left.
Don't... How could I possibly have hurt your feelings when all I did was repeat back to you what you said to me?
Because what you repeated back to me was me lying my head off.
So either you were lying before, or you're still lying now.
Hoshimi reaches into her top. She takes out the silver piece, and she actually tosses it to him.
He catches it on reflex.
I'm laying all my cards out on the table right now, Valentine. What I said to you in the carriage as we were returning from Mount Bolus. I said more than I intended to. And I'm not comfortable with showing my feelings in general, let alone as much as I did after only knowing you for a few days. So I made an attempt to backtrack. A poor one at that.
So, a few looks go. A look goes on Charlone's face, and it takes a few tries to identify it, but then you realize it's recognition or familiarity, maybe. Empathy, almost. One of those, maybe all of them. But then it's gone.
Listen, either way, that doesn't matter anymore. Going forward, I want to stop fighting with you. I want us to work together because the simple fact is, I can help. And believe it or not, I want to.
Alright. And Shylin, there's a bit of hesitance, but then he goes and he sits down on the bed where she had guested before. He turns to look at her. So it's my end of this deal.
For the initial confirmation of this arrangement, you will owe me one favor to be called upon at my convenience.
Uh-huh. Pink or bright orange?
I'm sorry?
The tutu you'll be putting me in to make me one of your backup dancers, pink or bright orange?
Hoshimi stares at him for a second, and then she actually starts laughing quite loudly. Do you think I would be that petty as to waste something as precious as a favor on something like that? No. That would be something
I did say I'd be trying to get along, so I won't answer that question.
Ouch. Dude, ouch! I felt that one in my soul! Jeebus.
Wow.
That was rude. I withdraw my apology. I withdraw my apology from earlier. Anyway. At any rate. I have an idea of where Hollyhock might be headed. Arpolian as well. However, I can only give you the information on Arpolian for the time being. The information about Hollyhock is on hold for another customer. The 12, right then, in the middle of my screen while I was talking. I'm okay. I'm sorry. Ahem.
I'll ask you only this question then regarding Hollyhock. Is the information you're giving to an enemy?
Quite the opposite.
Okay. Then Apollyon. You've got a lead on him?
Let me pull this up, because I actually do have this, but I'm dumb and did not pull the document open, because I'm prepared. Like a professional Dungeons and Dragons player. This is a critical role, shut up! This stupid program loves to take its time loading, too. So, Arpolian. You already know about him going to the ruins of Bazaar. We all do. Apparently, as soon as he came back, he skipped town. The latest information I have on him is that he was asking about the fastest route to the UAA.
The UAE is a big country. Do you know specifically where he's going?
If you want something that specific, you're going to have to give me a day or two. But somehow I doubt you're willing to wait that long.
It's not about willing, it's about being able. It's about being able.
Well, unfortunately, at this exact moment, that's all I have for you.
Not even a town, a city.
Unfortunately not. However, if you think that we still need information on Hollyhock, that it would help more, there's a certain woman you should speak to about confirming whether or not she's willing to complete our bargain.
Cora?
Hoshimi just stares at him. I swear you're doing that on purpose.
I don't know who you've been bargaining with. And Cora's a new person here, so that was the first one that came to mind. Wait, the Snake Lady?
Olwen, you idiot! Excuse me. That just slipped out. It's going to take a little bit to break habits.
Again, as long as you're helping, I don't mind if you call me an idiot twice a day before breakfast.
Though speaking of the Snake Woman, I do wish to speak to her before we go anywhere, so either way...
Then talk to Adrian, he wants to do the same. Alright. Is there anything else?
I'm guessing that she's still terrified of what I might ask, so... Tell Olwen that I will not ask anything of her that will push her beyond her moral boundaries.
Of course.
The door is still locked.
Oh, right. Oh my god, it'd be so funny if that was actually a moment of Kadir not thinking this through. Like, okay, I'll lock them in there so they can't get out, so they can't just fight and leave. What do we do? What do you do if they actually reconcile? Finger up, finger curls.
Yeah. So Kadir turns around.
Hoshimi gives him a glare before he can say a single word. One smarmy word out of you, and I will feed you your own tail.
He just closes his eyes and shrugs. I know to keep my opinions to myself.
Okay, John's now gonna find Olwen.
Yep, alright. Okay.
I have no idea which room she's in.
She's not in the room at all.
We got back from our...
She's basically directly below you. I'll put you there.
Oh, yeah.
They got back from
I
their
is in
hunting trip.
kitchen. I is in kitchen because that's apparently the only place my characters belong.
Oh god.
So make me a sandwich, woman.
Hey, your characters belong in the kitchen. Most of my characters are afraid of water. We have habits. We typecast.
Gosh dang it.
So, Jarlin strides up to Owen. Alright, I'm not going to mince words. If you speaking of Madame Silverhawks will help save Raquel, I suggest you do it, and she says she's not going to make you do anything that goes against your morals.
If I were holding it, I'm just gonna like say that I was holding thing, and I drop it.
Hoshimi was very nearby, and she just pinches the bridge of her nose. I have to teach this man what subtlety is.
It's more like you need to teach this man what caring is.
I have to teach this man how to.
So Owen kind of she was having a good morning, sort of. She just got back from her little hunting expedition that sucked major snake.
Sucked major picnic baskets.
And there we go. We can do that. Picnic baskets is funny. But you know, she had a good time with Seven, and then all of a sudden, like, he reminds her of like all of her failures, and she is back in her bad place again. So she is.
So it's gonna be a great day until Charlotte opened his mouth. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I wouldn't go that far, but so she. Oh, I'm. Okay. That is. It is good to know. I was actually very concerned about that.
Look, we need all the information we can get, and I'm hoping you care about this. That girl needs our help.
Okay, the facial expression is the phrase "excuse you." Like, if that was a facial expression, picture that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I care. At the same time, unless it is part of my assignment, I don't have a habit of compromising my morals in order to reach an objective of mine. In this case, as I am on sabbatical, it would be a personal objective. However, as we are heading back to Directian, my sabbatical may wind up coming to a close, and I would likely be reassigned to the Hollyhock case. So a preemptive strike in that direction might be useful.
Whatever helps
I
you.
do not...
But like I said, she told me to tell you that this is not going to be something that will strain your morals. By the sounds of it, I think she's more doing this out of habit than out of necessity.
I understand, however, you know which subject matter I enjoy most reading, correct? The last time someone asked for a favor that didn't compromise their morals, it was with a certain big red.
You know, since you brought that up, I want to point out that while that conversation was happening, I saw in the text chat Josh wrote, "Define irony. Offer a deal to a tiefling."
I actually missed that, huh?
It's because he wrote it in Calcat.
Ah. How dare you, Josh? How dare you not put that where I can see it? Anyways.
Yes, how dare.
Fine. Kadir! I need a bottle of wine, and you know which wine I'm talking about.
What do I imagine he's going to be like? Say the line, Owen.
Why does Owen look mad?
No,
I spoke to her.
No, Hoshimi watches all one storm off, and back upstairs I go.
All right, so I'm just going to I'm just going to move you both to that. Just going to skip ahead.
I'm
Good
gonna hang
call.
on 1 second because I am a good D&D inventory keeper player. I need to fix my inventory money stash.
So Flint and Sybil were still sitting at the same table. They were the last two that were at the table, and he actually does look over to him again. A little awkward, doesn't exactly know what to say, but he does remember what do you call it? What Seven apologized for, and he's like, "So, are you sure your violin's okay?"
I'm sure it is just fine. It is something that I pull out of the ether, I suppose you could call it. It's such a lovely way to pass the time.
Yeah, when I play, it's mostly just to get anger out, you know. I mean, you got a drum that's resistant to fire, and you just go, ah. It's a nice way to, you know, get the anger out, you know. It's, I guess I'm just weird like that.
It seems to be rather commonplace for people to find some way to vent their emotions.
Yeah. My dad used to play music for pretty much any emotion. When he was happy, when he was sad, when he was angry. And I don't think I've really played music when I was happy before. Do you actually do you mind if I try the violin for a second?
I don't know if I've ever tried giving my violin to someone else. I wonder what would happen.
You could try my drum if you want to.
Oh, let me see.
All right. So, Sybil, you hand the violin over to Flint, and he tries to play it, but it's completely quiet. He's like, he tries banging it a little bit, just trying to make some noise out of it, and it's absolutely silent.
How fascinating.
Well, I do have one instrument I could try. He actually puts the violin on his arm and he starts to play it. It's still silent, but then he actually kind of starts to sing a little bit. Come to... Nope. Come to... He tries to be quiet because he knows people around. He doesn't want to hear him singing this. Come to me, my precious gem. Fill my heart with...
I just died.
There's no left that I can bear. Save us from the love we share. Every day, every day a memory. If you share the sky with me. I'm not as good as he is.
Which is impressive in an out of character perspective.
Sorry about that. I don't know. Sometimes I sing that song because I don't know. I love living the life of, you know, bombs and power, but I don't know. Sometimes you just feel you miss them. You know. Did you ever get homesick? I mean, I don't know if you know where you're from, but do you ever get homesick sometimes?
Such an odd question. You know, I might have felt the yearning for something at home. I think I did. I don't really know anymore. I can't seem to remember.
Is there any way to remind yourself?
I'm sure there is. But I don't know if I'm meant to.
You know, when I can't put something into words or even pictures, sometimes I just kind of mess around with my sketchbook, and sometimes the pictures come like something just pops, you know? He actually takes a page out of his notebook and he puts it in front of Sybil with a pencil. If you ever get that sort of spark of something you remember, maybe draw something, maybe it'll trigger something or write something.
I'm trying to determine whether Sybil could actually draw something.
Well, he probably could. It's just the level of it, that his level of skill is up to you.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. What Sybil would perhaps be drawing, attempting to remember, is something that Josh could give a hint at, because
All right.
I'm going to be honest here. Even I don't know all of the details.
That
you
sounds
want-
familiar.
If you want
All
like
right.
Sybil to be kind of nervous, Flynn can look away if he shouldn't know yet. Up to you guys.
All right. Well, you can. So there is. So he put. So he gets some. So assuming you give Sybil some supplies to draw.
Yes, I give him like, pencil, pen, paper. Like I have my sketchbook always with me, so I give him some stuff to draw with.
All right. So Sybil slowly puts pen to paper, and he's just staying there for a second, just like really trying to think about what he could draw. He clutches his doll and then just kind of closes his eyes. And with his eyes closed, he begins to just slowly draw across, just making strokes up, down, left and right. It's like then he begins scribbling a little. It goes on for about 20 minutes, and it is a very detailed it is a very detailed symbol, one that you have seen before. It's immediately, Flint, you recognize the symbol, and then you pull out your your little notebook, and let's see if I can grab it.
I can imagine that in the middle of this, Sybil would be feeling at a bit of a loss until he brings up his doll and, holding the drawing tool in the doll's arm and in his hand, like in unison.
It looks like the symbol in the second row on the left.
Well, there's something I've just learned.
And next to it, next to the symbol, it appears that it seems like there's some sort of figure in a this sort of figure in a cloak. It does not look it does not look like a skeleton, but you can see that the person, whoever they are, their long hair is that they have like chest length hair that is flowing out of the hood.
My gosh. It this is what you remember?
I don't know. I felt inspiration.
Well, thanks for doing that.
You know, I don't know if I've ever drawn anything before. Thank you for showing me. I'm
know what?
learning so much more.
You know what? I'm glad to help a friend out. And thanks you for sharing with me. It's haven't sung in a long time either. You're glad that we're on the same team. I'm glad that we can do stuff like this.
Yes. It's so nice to have pleasant conversations.
That they are. He actually reaches over to the doll and actually tries to shake its hand as well. And he's like, "Do you mind if I, you know?"
Oh, I don't mind at all.
He actually reaches over and actually shakes the hand of the doll and says, "It's been nice hanging out with you too."
The doll the doll does not it doesn't react to you, but you see Sybil's grin somehow get a little bit get a little bit wider.
Are we going for Joker here or what?
So, yeah.
That was a fun little detour.
Yes. That was cuter than I thought it would be.
Starling's actually going to walk over to Flint. Hey, Flint, you got a second?
Yeah, well, what's up?
Just one thing, out of character. Hey, Josh, this isn't a major thing that I want to talk to Flint about, so if you feel it's better to time skip, I can, do this later or something.
Yeah, because I think there were people who wanted to go to the apothecary.
Oh, I could talk to Flint on the way to the apothecary, actually, because it is relevant to that.
Oh,
you want to do sidebar?
Yeah, sidebar works.
Yeah, let's do sidebar.
Okay, so heading out I'm guessing we're going to be heading out into the town to go talk to the apothecary.
See.
Alrighty then.
Hey.
Alright, so let's see if I can get this to work.
Erzaban.
Erzaban.